Imagine you're out hiking and you forget to bring drinking water, or even worse, you're faced with a natural disaster where potable water is not readily available. Also, there are countless communities around the globe that have a major problem with safe drinking water. Humans can go upwards of 30 days without food, however, cannot survive more than 3 days without drinking water. Luckily, there are humanitarian companies out there that have water filtration products that can help with these particular issues. Lifestraw is a company that has worked to develop a small portable water filtration device that could help in the aforementioned scenarios. In a YouTube video by Stephen Beecham, Lifestraw explained how it works and saves lives, has good information about how Lifestraw works and how the company has helped communities in need get safe drinking water. Tara Lundy, who is a chief brand officer at Lifestraw, explains how Lifestraw works with a view of the inside of the product, which I will go over shortly. The Lifestraw uses small, tiny straws which are about zero point 0.2 micron in diameter. You suck the water into the straw and water seeps through the straws, filtering the water until it is safe to consume. Bacteria, parasites, microplastics, dirt, and turbidity will be trapped within these straws, and then safe water will seep through that you'll be able to drink through the mouthpiece, explains Tara Lundy. Lifestraw, as a company, has done wonders in conjunction with the Carter Center to provide potable water to communities in need. Since 1986, the guinea worm eradication program has successfully reduced infections from 3.5 million down to 53 in 2019. Lifestraw has been used since 1994 by the Carter Center in helping reduce these numbers exponentially. When we started, we had 3.5 million cases in 21 countries in Africa and Asia, and last year we only had 28 cases in 4 countries, says Emily Staub, an associate director to health programs at the Carter Center. Another possible use for Lifestraw could be during natural disasters. In just 2020 alone, Lifestraw as a company was faced with the troubles of a global pandemic from the virus COVID 19. Stated in a Forbes article written by Esha Chabra how one company is providing clean water globally in a pandemic, Lifestraw has continued its humanitarian efforts during the global pandemic in helping places during natural disasters. Lifestraw provided water filtration to Puerto Rico hospitals, which assisted 1,500 individuals in response to an earthquake that hit in early 2020. Floods ravaged Kenya in April 2020, and clean water was hard to find. Lifestraw shifted resources to help provide safe drinking water to address the floods. The pandemic exacerbated safe water accessibility issues around the globe, from unsheltered communities and indigenous populations in the US to our school based programs in Kenya. It also added significant challenges to our disaster response efforts and community engagement, said Tara McDowell, who is a social impact manager at Lifestraw. She also said 2020 has shined a light on the intersectionality of so many global issues, from social justice, racial equality, climate change, water scarcity, to viral pandemics. Everything is interrelated, and the low resource communities inevitably carry the most significant impact. I first heard about the original Lifestraw product from a friend who purchased the water filtration device as a prepping tool. I was interested to find in my research if it was a good product for survival situations. In order to answer this question, I had if Lifestraw is a good product for survival situations, I referenced the article by Steve Hensley, The Ultimate Review of the Lifestraw. In the article, I also found out some cons from the product that the product has in survival situations. Steve Hensley, who has many prior experiences that would give him credit in survival situations, he spent 15 years working as fire, EMS, and law enforcement. He also worked with training and deploying search and rescue, as well as the use of service dogs. He is also a scout leader for the Boy Scouts of America, as well as a prepper for survival situations. During a personal hiking trip he was on, potable water was left behind and the Lifestraw was used to drink water. If they had not had the Lifestraw, they likely would have had to cancel their hike mid-trip and return to get potable water. Cleaning the device was simple. Just blow the water through it every once in a while to clear the debris. There is not much resistance with sucking the water through the device. It was simple to use when coupled with a container to first place the water into. The size is great. Storing this in your normal camping pack slash prepper bag will not be a problem. The short of it is the filter worked and did what it said it would do. It filtered dirty, turbid water into drinking water. There was one caveat that I will discuss in more detail below, but other than that, it performed as expected, said Steve Hensley in his article. Obviously, no product is perfect for every situation, so Steve Hensley did have a list of cons for the Lifestraw. Opening the caps on the ends of the device can be difficult. Steve was not able to use the straws advertised by putting the straw directly into the water source. While the filter does work, it does not help the taste of the water. The original Lifestraw product does not filter viruses or chemicals from water. The device cannot be troubleshot easily. Some reviewers claim that it can clog after a few uses and becomes unusable. An Amazon review said, used once in relatively clean, clear stream water, plugged up and unusable since, unable to backflush even with compressed air. This is a defective filter. I have used a Sawyer filter for several years without a problem. Suggest you avoid Lifestraw, instead buy Sawyer. Also, the Lifestraw is a very unique and useful device for some circumstances. It would be great for international travel or as an emergency backup. Unfortunately, I do not feel that with the reliability issues that many users have faced, that this filter would suffice as your primary water filter. It would certainly be a good backup in case your primary goes down though, but that would be its limit. Also, if the Lifestraw has to be used, it would most likely consider it be done and replace it with a new one, said Steve Hensley. During my research, I have determined that Lifestraw is a good product, but might not be the best option in every situation. I would conclude that Lifestraw is actually a good product to keep on hand in case of a special circumstance where potable water might be difficult to obtain. I would suggest, if you were interested in the product, to purchase more than one, as there are reports of the device malfunctioning after some uses. Lifestraw has helped tremendously with its humanitarian efforts in providing water filtration to those in need.